Hello my darlings, and welcome to the first haul video as part of the Fashion Mumblr Autumn Edit. Every single day this week I'm bringing you so much style inspiration for the new season, and to kick off the hauls of the week we have got one from one of my absolute favourites, which is And Other Stories. I always feel as though they have the most beautiful classic pieces with a little nod to the trends. If you would like to know what I think the most wearable and fabulous trends are for autumn 2020, then head back to yesterday's video to catch up on that one. Before we get started, I want to quickly thank today's video sponsor, Squarespace. I will be talking about that a little bit later on. But for now, let's get started with the first outfit. This top that I'm wearing right now, it is one of my favorite things from the brand at the moment, and I can think of so many different ways of wearing it. At the moment, I've gone for a little bit of a Chloe boho equestrian kind of vibe with this gorgeous white skirt. I am a huge fan of white skirts, as you may know, and I've made it even more equestrian style with this horsebit style belt. The colour I think is so perfect for autumn. It's almost like this kind of rusty warm brown, and another thing that I love about it is this really stunning neckline. It's quite an unusual shape. Unusual necklines being a really lovely trend that we're going to be seeing throughout the autumn winter, and a pretty wearable one. It's also got this ribbed knit fabric, which is another trend to tick off the list. So it's quite form-fitting. I actually did go for my usual size. I feel like I could potentially have sized up, but I actually really like how it's quite form-fitting. I'm not wearing a bra with this. I think you'd have to be quite careful about what bra you chose to wear with something like this. Potentially strapless, because there's quite a lot of skin exposed in this kind of area. But I have to say, I love how fitted this is. It definitely reminds me of a more expensive top from the brand Kate. It's definitely got those kind of vibes, but at a much more affordable price tag. For me, the starting point of so many perfect autumnal outfits is a classic knit, and that's something that And Other Stories do so well. This one in particular ticks all the right boxes. It's classic, but it's got just those, again, those little nods to design details that make it very on trend right now. In particular, I would say, okay, firstly the colour. The colour is one of those timeless neutrals that really does work for absolutely everybody. And the thing that makes it just a little bit more on trend is actually the sleeves. The way that they don't have a cuff at the bottom of them, I just think it makes them feel and look so much more stylish. It's just a really simple detail, but it actually makes so much difference. So because this is a lovely neutral colour, and other than the sleeves, the only design detail is this little seam going down the middle. Again, really subtle, but it's just a tiny little detail which stops it from being a plain jumper. This is so easy to style. If you like wearing jeans, then of course jeans and a jumper, but is just so easy and so timeless. Personally, I prefer leggings. I have finally found the perfect pair of leather leggings. Stay tuned for more on the leggings. I'm actually going to style these trousers with a few different jumpers because And Other Stories are just spoiling us at the moment with so many beautiful knits. This next one you may have already seen me styling. I am just absolutely in love, not only with the design but also the colour of this. Again, in the trends video I mentioned closed cardigans. In fact, cardigans of so many different types are really on trend this autumn winter, and they are full on cozy factor, so absolutely a trend that I am very much investing in. But this colour, oh my goodness, it really is so perfect, so flattering, and of course it is so comfortable. This really is one of those pieces that can be dressed up or down, worn with your favourite cozy leggings, or dressed up with a beautiful skirt for slightly smarter occasions. You could wear a little vest top underneath this. Personally, I haven't got anything on underneath this at the moment, and you've got this lovely v-neck which is perfect for framing your necklace or necklaces of choice. Another knitwear piece with the most beautiful neckline. This is mixing the kind of square neckline trend with the sweetheart neckline, which is just my all-time favorite neckline. Again, a color that I don't feel like we really seen being on trend so much in previous years, but I think this color is just so lovely, surprisingly flattering, and another one that I think will suit so many different skin tones. The material of this, I'm going to try and show you a bit of a close-up, is seriously fluffy, making it just super duper soft. And I have to say, I'm just loving these jumpers, things which are, or sweaters if you're American, which are just so so comfy, and essentially they are loungewear, and yet they're very elevated. So whether you're spending the day at home or going out for meetings or going to work, this is the kind of thing that you can just feel amazing and look fabulous in. So yeah, Under the Stories, I am so impressed. This is the kind of jumper I never knew I needed, but now I don't know how I lived without. If you're not into your lilacs or your slightly more unusual necklines, then fear not, because Under the Stories have absolutely spoiled us this year with the really, really classic knits, such as this one. A light coloured, completely plain and simple roll neck jumper is what I like to call a wardrobe building block. It's one of those reliable pieces that really does just make an outfit, and it's so easy to style. I can't think of any bottoms that this kind of jumper doesn't go with. Once again, Under the Stories have kept it really, really simple and classic with the design. Really, there are no design details. It's a lovely length. Again, you've got the open sleeves, which just gives it a little bit more of a slightly, I don't know, just cooler and kind of nonchalant vibe around it. And there's just something about this kind of snow white colour with the light reflecting back on your face that I think makes you look so fresh, so glowing. I have about 9 or 10 jumpers like this in my wardrobe, all ever so slightly different, and yet I feel like something like this is always a fantastic investment because you just get so much use out of them. Okay darlings, before I layer up and show you the first coat from Under the Stories, let me tell you about today's video sponsor, Squarespace. So if you've been following along on the vlogs, you'll know that I am soon to be releasing a brand new business, and I have been using Squarespace to build the website. I have, for someone whose whole job is online, very little technical experience, but that is not stopping me. Squarespace is super duper easy to build a website completely from scratch. You can use one of the many designs that they already have. It looks seriously sleek and professional with practically zero technological experience needed. You absolutely don't need to do any coding. Sometimes it's as easy as just dragging and dropping a picture in, adding your text, and jobs are good. Maybe you have started a new business during lockdown, or you're thinking of adding an extra stream of income, or you just want to build a website to start a blog or show off your photography. There are so many reasons why you might want to build a website. It could even be your business to approach local businesses and say, hey, I can build a really professional website for you. Something else that I love about the Squarespace website, which for me has saved me so much time and money when I compare it to how I originally built my blog, is the fact that the designs that Squarespace have are already mobile friendly. So you don't need to worry about paying a developer to make your site perfect for mobile phones, because so many of us access websites from our mobiles. It's really important that they're mobile friendly as well. Darlings, I'm going to leave a link below in the description box. Head to www.squarespace.com/fashionmumbler for 10% off your first purchase of a domain. You can enter the code fashionmumbler. I'll leave it on the screen here and linked down below to get 10% off, and happy website building. So it's time to layer up, and Under the Stories just do the most beautiful outerwear, and this is the one. This is the coat that deserves a place in my collection. If you've seen my wardrobe tour videos, you'll know that I have a little bit of a problem with coats, but this one, this is worth kicking one or two out for, because oh my goodness, it is coat perfection. It is robe style, which I absolutely love. I feel so much more comfortable and relaxed in a robe style coat. Color-wise, do I even need to explain anything? It's just absolutely perfect. The way that it hangs, the way that you tie it around the waist, the big pockets. This just ticks so many boxes. This, if I was to meet up with some friends and tell them this coat was, I don't know, even like Gucci or Max Mara, I feel like they would 100% believe me. This does not look like a high street coat. Price-wise, slightly on the higher side, of course, of a high street coat, but oh my goodness. This, with some brown boots, oh my gosh, and a gorgeous handbag. This is my autumn outfits, absolutely nailed. I have to say, it does not have a lining. Although the material itself is nice and warm, it doesn't have a lining, so it's not gonna be your deepest, darkest winter coat, but for this time of year and for spring, it is chef's kiss perfect. Woo, I was getting shiny. Oh my goodness. That's better. Under the Stories, you have changed. I will be the first to admit that this time last year, I was not cool enough for Under the Stories. It was really kind of chic and minimal, which I like, but now there are styles which are girly, styles which are preppy, and I am here for it. Case in point, this absolutely gorgeous little combo, both the roll neck and what can only be described as kind of like a sporty, preppy, quilted jacket. This feels like such a classic piece, and yet I've never seen anything quite like this before. But this style is so on trend this year. You've got these cute little pockets. It just feels very almost varsity style. I don't know what it is, but I just absolutely love it. I think the combination of this pink roll neck, another really gorgeous classic piece. I have, they did like an olive version of this last year, and I wore it to death. Still have it in my wardrobe, of course. I must have washed it about 100 times because I lived in that top if you saw my content last year, and it is still in perfect condition. Stories do their basics in such good quality. The jacket, I think, is going to be one of those pieces that's surprisingly wearable. It's quite boxy, but still in a very wearable way. And then if I just undo it to show you the jumper underneath. Also, of course, nice styled, just open, a little bit more relaxed, and then you see a little bit more off top underneath. It looks slightly sheer because I have got some artificial lighting up, but when I look in the daylight mirror, it's actually not so sheer. But this is just the most perfect shade of almost like a Barbie candy pink. I think it is so, so pretty. And paired with the boots that I've got on at the moment, it almost looks a little bit like a riding coat style or like a riding jacket. Another nod to the equestrian trend that we're seeing for autumn 2020. I have really missed V-necks. I think I went through a phase of thinking that they didn't suit me or just not feeling the vibe. Do you know how sometimes you just don't feel the vibe of something? I think for the last 2 or maybe even 3 years, I've just not loved V-necks. This jumper is the change of that. I absolutely love it. Maybe I'm just feeling the more kind of countryside preppy vibes with where we are now and the trends that are coming in this season. But I absolutely love this. I think it is so elegant. I actually think it's really flattering to have a V-neck. And once again, I'm just loving showing off my necklace collection. Just like a stuck record, but again, we've got just the most classic and timeless silhouette and beautiful neutral color. So very, very easy to wear. This is another one of those things that you will wear on repeat in your autumn wardrobe. I've just started with the same leather leggings as before, but with, oh my gosh, with my brown Burberry Jodhpur style leggings. Oh my goodness, how beautiful, with a belt, equestrian style, with a gilet. Oh my gosh, the possibilities with this are absolutely endless. And you don't even need me to say it, but Under the Stories have just nailed it when it comes to the quality versus price ratio. It really is another absolute winner. This for sure is going to be a love it or hate it piece, but I feel like this is Gardening Josie. This is who I am now. I wear quilted floral jackets while pottering around my garden. This is adorable. This is so unlike what I think of when I think of Under the Stories, and I absolutely love it. I love that they are going down the cute kind of country preppy route. We're ticking that quilted jacket trend, the boxy kind of jacket trend. Surprisingly warm and cozy. I mean, can you imagine going for your dog walks in this jacket? It's just absolutely adorable. If you are feeling those cottagecore vibes, then you can't get much more cottagecore than a quilted floral jacket like this. Oh my goodness. It's actually surprisingly long, which when we do have those chilly, frosty mornings, that's going to be important because it can get quite chilly around the top of the leg section. You've got little buttoned pockets which are spacious enough for your phone, purse if you're going out for a long walk, poo bags, things like that. I would probably pop this on over my gym kit as well. It's just that jacket that you can have on the back of the kitchen door, grab it as you head outside to run some errands. Oh, I think it's just absolutely adorable. I'm intrigued to know what you guys think. Is it just far too cutesy and preppy, or do you think it's adorable as well? Just to super duper quickly mention, because I think you guys have all seen me wearing this jumper before, but it is one of my absolute favorites at the moment. It is mixing so many of my favorite things. Once again, we've got that kind of preppy, sporty, big collar, another interesting neckline, but what makes this jumper so spectacular is, can you see this little pearl detail? It is just absolutely adorable on the edge of the zip here. What a small, subtle detail that just takes this jumper from something that's I would think, yeah, that's cute, to something that I absolutely love. I didn't know how I would get along with the half-length sleeves. Initially, I thought they were a bit strange, but actually, it's just really, really practical. You can do whatever you want to do, cooking, gardening, whatever, and not have to worry about getting your sleeves in things. And yet, because it comes to just below the elbow, you still get all the warmth. It is just absolutely perfect. Another one, and other stories have just absolutely got 100% right. And we are finishing with another kind of cottagecore vibe piece. This is just your classic chunky cardigan, which is just so cozy, and it feels as cozy as it looks, but in the most beautiful pink shade. It's a very similar pink to the roll neck that I showed you earlier, and I think last year we were a little bit more obsessed with those muted, kind of dusky, not millennial pink, what were we calling it last year? But I think after the year we've had, we all just need a little bit of fun, and this color certainly lifts the spirits. It really is a bouncy, fun pink. You know, you can't be grumpy when you're wearing a cardigan that is this color. So another absolute winner to finish on for And Other Stories. Darlings, I should have mentioned at the beginning, but of course, everything that I've spoken about and styled with the And Other Stories pieces in today's video will be linked down below in the description box. I have so many more fantastic videos coming for you this week, so please, if you haven't already, do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know what other retailers you would like to see hauls from, if you're still feeling hauls, if you're not feeling hauls at the moment, because I know that we are in a very strange time right now, but I hope I've given you a little bit of style inspiration, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye.